Hello, and welcome to Slade on Slade. This is my lovely wife, Leslie. I am Keith, and today we're going to be talking about physical descriptions. Yeah. I am the author of the upcoming book, The House of Ribbons, due out sometime in early 2021.
So my first question for you today is, how do you describe your characters?
With lots of adjectives.
No, I mean, do you describe them when you first introduce them, or do you wait?
Well, some of the characters you want to describe, like he walked in and he was just built out of meat and muscle. An opponent sure to defeat everyone. You want something like that, okay? You don't want to walk in and shoot just boobs for like miles, you know? That's just, I don't really like stuff like that. But sometimes I want to just describe them just a little bit, you know? And then build on it a little later to build the mystique.
When you are writing your characters, do you focus on their facial features?
Only when I'm looking at them. Wink. I try to do my best to give a quick description. One of my lead characters is Japanese, and I only ever describe her face in the very first book. Because she has this very beautiful 1970s style Japanese face. Long, beautiful black hair, nice trim bang right there. So I try to make it so the person knows without boring with long-winded details like I just gave you.
When you are describing your characters, are you specific?
You mean like Central Time? Specific time? Oh, yeah, no, you mean something else. Okay. It depends. Not every character needs to be super fleshed out with the pen. But some people do. I mean, if you're dealing with Zeus, you really want to deal with the fact that he's just a mountain of muscle. And his long, brilliant beard and his tunic and, you know, the scraggliness of how he looked like he just shaved there. And in other people, you want to be kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of generalistic.
Yes.
I'm just going to make up a word. If generalistic's not a real word.
You want to leave it up to the imagination?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The imagination.
When you describe your characters, do you think about things that you have observed in your own life?
Oh, yeah. So you're talking like if I'm describing a pretty girl, and I'm taking a little bit from her, a little bit from her, and an amalgamation. Yeah, I kind of do that. But I mean, I don't want everybody to be beautiful because, I mean, I would hate to be stuck on a planet where everybody is beautiful. I prize uniqueness in a person, you know? I mean, it takes decades to get this beautiful. And humble. Remember, I am super humble and beautiful. Like and subscribe.
When you describe your characters, do you name specific actors like Dolly Parton or Brad Pitt or...
What do you mean? Like, oh, here's my character, Lady Big Boobs. She just walked in. No, I mean...
you use their name, so she was hot like Dolly Parton.
Oh, no, man. You can't... Not in my book. I can't reference people like that because the setting is so radically different. Nobody would know. You could be like, hey, Dolly Parton or Elvis Presley. And people are like, who the fuck are you talking about?
Okay. Why do you make your three characters, Sophia, Sherry, and Seneco, look the way they do?
Well, they're all based off real people, which is a completely different story for another time. But I base them off pretty much those people. But I tweak Sherry's attitude a bit up and Sophia's attitude a bit down. And Seneco, she is just kind of she made the trio. Because she was basically the baseline. She was never too high, she was never too low, she was never too happy or angry.
Is there any other advice that you would like to give out our viewers about things you've learned about the physical description of a character?
I don't really have any advice. I mean, I'm not big on taking advice myself, but describe them the way you want, okay? Remember, you're the god of your own book. Do and say whatever you want. Anybody can leave their judgment on the table and walk right out the door, or better yet, fall out a window. describe them the way you want. I mean, if you want your character to look like Angelina Jolie and you want to reference her, you know, go for it. But if you're doing a sci-fi story and it's 2045 and Buck Rogers is running around and like, hey, Buck, Angelina Jolie, and he's going to be like, who are you talking about? And we're talking about Wilma over here. So just describe them the way you want, because I need to know what you're talking about, or keep it aloof, and then therefore I can take who I want in my head and put it right there. So that's pretty much all the advice I have right there.
That is all the content we have for you today. So
Like and subscribe. Haha, I jumped in front of you.
What'd you do that for?
Because it's hilarious. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't.
Hit that like button.
Yeah, hit that like button.
And if you want more updates on the book, go ahead and hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, and Twitter. And don't forget to hit up our Patreon page. Remember, we still have that contest going on.
Yep, you could be in the book. Do you want your name to be in the book, or a name you came up with? As long as it's not like Sir Snickle Fritz Ticklebottom or some bullshit like that. It's got to be a relatively good name I can work with. But and you're going to be on the credits page for those who have helped this process of the book, which I greatly appreciate. I really do. This is a small dream of mine, but if you want to be a part of it, cool. If not, and you just share it or subscribe, then hey, man, I'm just more than enough appreciated for that.
Thank you. You guys. See you guys later.
Bye.